Okay, so just how the title says, I have sold most of my stocks in order to buy Tesla. The reason being was came to a realization that I was too spread out. I owned way too many companies. I was invested in 67 companies. Now that was a lot. So after I sold all those companies, now my portfolio is down to 17 companies. So I went down from 67 companies to 17. So I sold 50 companies. So now my portfolio is a lot smaller. So I concentrated my money in less companies, and hopefully I can make a bigger profit sooner. Another video pretty soon, saying which companies I sold, because I could go over in this video, but 50 companies in this video would be a lot. So instead, I'm going to tell you the reason why I sold them and bought Tesla. So let me do a little history lesson for you guys. I had previously invested in Tesla around the 700 mark earlier this year. Again, I'm new to investing. I started investing back in March of 2020 with this whole market crash. Now, I was looking at Tesla during the market crash, and I believe it came down all the way to $500. And I was kind of hoping it was going to go down to like around $300 the way it did previously the last year during that whole incident when Elon Musk, smoked a little bit of marijuana on Joe Rogan's podcast. So I was kind of hoping Tesla should drop down to the 300s or maybe 400s. I didn't want to buy in at 500 because I thought it was going to go even lower. Unfortunately for me, it didn't. It actually went up higher. And as you can see today, a lot higher. So I didn't want to miss out. So I decided to buy at 700. The sad thing about this is that since I wasn't too sure on investing, I only bought 2 shares around the price of $700 earlier this year. And to be honest, I was only going to be in Tesla for the short term. I bought in at 700 and I sold at 1400. The reason being was I didn't plan on making Tesla a long-term investment. I kind of just wanted to get in and out, make some profit, and then sell. And that is exactly what I did around the time they released earnings. I sold for when the stock price was around $1,400, so I was able to double my money, and I sold my 2 stocks in it, which I guess was good at the time. I knew that, I was kind of hoping that Tesla was going to drop down back below $1,000. So after earnings, it did start to dip. I believe it came down to like $1,300, and I was gonna try and buy back around $1,000 because I thought it was gonna come back down. But after Tesla announced that they were gonna do a split, all of a sudden it took up from like $1,300 all the way to what it is now. So when I saw on that Friday that Tesla stock was shooting straight up, I decided on that following Monday I was gonna buy back in no matter the price. So that's when I did. But the only bad thing was I didn't have any money on the sideline, just there waiting to invest. So ultimately, I had to come up with money. So what did I do? I decided to sell, as I've said before, around 50 stocks. So I can come up with that money and invest all that money I had invested in those 50 stocks all into Tesla. Now, instead of being invested in those 50 companies, I am now invested into Tesla. I have approximately 23 shares. And after the stock split, I'll have a lot more shares. Now, I still see Tesla going up after the stock split. Reason being is more people are going to be able to invest in Tesla and actually get positions in Tesla, which they wouldn't before. Me, myself including, I am probably still going to buy a little bit more Tesla now that it's around the $400 range. So that is my plan in the future. Also, the other reason I see Tesla shooting up is because of Battery Day. It is supposed to happen during September, and there's supposed to be big news on a battery that's going to last longer. So this is, again, just from the news itself, is going to shoot the stock price in Tesla up again. Now, I know before people were talking about Tesla joining the S&P 500. Now, if this happens, I can easily see Tesla doubling its price at the time of the news that it happens. Now, again, this isn't guaranteed that they will, but I believe they will one day. If not this year, next year for sure. And when it comes to EV vehicles, Tesla is well ahead of everyone else. They have the technology, they have the infrastructure, and they have Elon Musk. He might be crazy, he might be a genius depending on how you see it, but he is good at raising money, promoting his products, and getting his vision out there. So I still haven't decided if this time I'm going to be in Tesla for a long term, or if I'm going to be in Tesla for in like 2 to 3 months, make profit, hopefully double up my money, and then get back out. I still haven't decided that, but I do know that if Tesla does take a dip after people sell off after the split or battery day or the next earnings date, I am still gonna buy more stock. Reason being, even if I am gonna keep it short term, I am still gonna try to move my position up in Tesla. Like I said, I had 23 shares, and my cost basis right now is around $1,800. So I bought in a little bit late, again, because I didn't have any money saved up, because it was spread out through all those stocks. But now that I've brought down the amount of stocks I have in the stock market down to 17, I was able to better concentrate my money and maybe put it on some growth stocks, which will give me a quicker return than the other stocks. By the way, the other stocks I mostly had were a lot of them were dividend stocks, a lot of them were like retail or airlines or cruises, which I do believe will recover, but it's gonna take some time. And I don't want to have my money in those companies just waiting another year or so just for all those companies to recover. I see opportunity with Tesla, a lot of these other EV vehicles and companies that are coming up where I can double up my money or make money faster than waiting for a lot of these companies to recover from this crisis we're going on. So that's why one of the main reasons I decided to sell a lot of my position out of all those other companies and invest in Tesla, because of the quicker turnaround, the quicker the profit, and Tesla is a proven company. My only regret is not, even if I didn't invest back in March, was at least doing paper trading, at least knowing how the stock market works. If I would have known what I know now a little bit, now that I'm a little bit more informed myself, don't know a lot about all the terminologies and everything about the stock market, but I'm a little bit more better informed than I was back in March when I started investing. I would have probably invested in a lot of stocks a lot sooner. I would have invested more money, and I probably would have would have made more money than I currently do now. But again, everything in hindsight is always a lot more clear. But I take this as a good learning opportunity, and hopefully I will come across other companies where I can invest my money, and with the knowledge I've gained so far, hopefully invest my money a lot better. I am still up since I started investing overall in the year, but again, I believe most people that started investing back in March are going to be up regardless, even if they didn't know what they were doing. They chose a company, I'm pretty sure they've made money. I see it pretty hard for people not to make money during this time. So even me, myself, first time investor, I've made a decent amount of money, more than I thought I could make in such a short amount of time, all thanks to this whole crisis we're going through right now. Now, I have lost a little bit of money in some of those companies that I did sell off. It wasn't a lot, and it was a lot of small percentages. Again, since I was spread out through 50 companies, I didn't invest a whole lot of money in a lot of these companies. So my marginal losses so far have been small. So in the next video I'm going to upload, I am just going to talk about the 50 companies that I sold, the reason why I sold them, even though I kind of touched a little bit on it here today on this video, and if I'm ever going to go back to any of these companies. Which some of these companies are good companies. I probably am going to go back and buy in, maybe from the profit I make out of Tesla. If I do sell Tesla in the short term, I'll probably buy back in some of these companies. Some of these other companies that I did sell from, I probably won't go back just because I don't see that big of a possibility for profit or long-term investment. So that has been my journey so far. One of the main things I've learned so far since I started investing is don't invest in too many companies too fast. It's better to invest in a small amount of companies, that way you know you can keep up with those amount of companies and not be so stretched down in your investments. Because there's no way I knew what was going on with all those companies. I just thought, hey, these companies, if they recover, they're gonna recover. But I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't know 100% what I'm doing, but I am learning. I am getting better, and I hope by this time next year, I hope I am a better investor. I hope Tesla is still going up, and hope a lot of these companies that I dropped down to, the 17 companies, are still doing good after this year. So if you still want to see how I'm going to continue on my journey, please like and subscribe this video. It'll kind of help me stay motivated, and I'll keep showing you guys what I'm doing, what I'm learning, the things I'm learning as I go along, and where I'm investing my money. So again, thank you for watching. And if you made it this far, thank you very much.